in Springfield. You can see it's kind of dark. We're trying to get the light on for you. But what I want to show you is we're out here on Main Street looking eastbound. And I'm going to let Quinn, our photographer who's out here with me, give you a good idea of the work being done right now just on this small portion of the street. Again, this is Main Street heading eastbound. We're just past Bob Straub Parkway, just to the west of 58th Street. And there are downed power lines all throughout Springfield. Quinn's trying to give you a look at the crews that have been working on. We've been out here for a couple hours now, and these crews have been working the whole time we've been out here just on this one little stretch. And as I was saying, this goes on though. These are the down power lines you're getting a look at right now. The pole that connected this power line, I mean, basically just snapped in half as there are trees down all throughout Springfield. I'll get to that in just a second. But as you can see, these crews are working incredibly hard. We've seen them working to just get the down power, the down post clear, and now they have to work on getting an additional post in and then lift these power lines. But the problem is this isn't just one post. I mean, there are posts that go for blocks at a time. So you can kind of see the Springfield Utility Board, which has put out a lot of notices about all the people, about 12,000 people, customers without power. And they're working. They're out here working. This is crews from really all over, not just from Lane County, but really from all over. And there's more that goes to this. Because of the down power that's in Springfield, it has actually affected the water system here. So the Springfield Utility Board has issued a boil water notice for a portion of customers. The notice came in this afternoon. Sub says that the ice storm caused damage to the electric system, which in turn impacted the water distribution system. So this means customers need to boil water before drinking, before brushing teeth or food, washing contact surfaces that food has contact with. And if you don't have power, just use water bottles until this notice has been lifted. So there are portions of the Springfield Utility Board that are impacted. We do have a detailed map on our website, but the bottom line is what Sub says is if you're experiencing any loss of pressure from in your water, assume you're under this boil water advisory as well. You're getting incredible images right now of this crew working hard and eating while working because there's really no time to take off, as this gentleman who's been working here since we got here has a sandwich in his hand because, you know, these people are working incredible shifts. I know Kendall reported yesterday, and we're talking, you know, 16, 18-hour shifts for these guys to repair all these down power lines all throughout our region. Meanwhile, these down power lines causing people to be without power in Springfield. Last report, there were over 40 power lines down that need repair and reset. Again, each individual line takes a lot of work because they got to repair it and then they've got to reset the whole system. Could take them up to a week, maybe even more, to fix some of these down lines. That's the reminder we're hearing from a lot of our utility companies. People without power expect to be without power for a week or more. The amount of the way this is impacting people all around our area is incredible. I mean, this storm really did a lot of damage, and I think when you come through these areas, when you start heading into East Lane County, into Springfield, if you go further to those people up the McKenzie, these people are impacted extraordinarily, some without power for 4 days, 5 days now. And again, this could be another week that they're without power. So that means cold nights. A lot of these people don't have enough food, so we checked in with the grocery store out here. Long lines at the grocery store, low on food at the grocery store. Some of these trucks that bring in the food haven't been able to get in because of the tough streets. I will say, just looking out on Main Street right now in Springfield, the street's actually fine right out here. The street's clear, no ice, no snow. Cars are moving pretty easily, no slipping or anything. Although moving eastbound, it's only one lane on this area just as the crews work. And you're going to see down trees all throughout this area. So there will be streets that are impacted just simply by the downed trees. But the point being is most of the ice and snow is actually pretty good out here, in pretty good shape. I know people up the McKenzie also dealing with a lot of power outages. Lane Electric Co-op working to deal with down lines out there. That could take up to a week, possibly even longer. 1,300 customers without power in the McKenzie area, and we're, again, hearing reports of long lines at gas stations to get fuel. But these downed trees that, again, all throughout the neighborhoods, even on the main streets in Springfield, we're seeing, it's one of the biggest issues that we're going to now need to monitor now that the temperature is warmer. Those downed trees can cause their own set of damages. We saw, just driving out here in Springfield, multiple downed trees into buildings, into homes, fences knocked down. So the damage from these downed trees is intense. It can block roads, it can block sidewalks. Of course, it can lead to more power outages. So we're hoping that the worst of it is behind us. But the reality is there is a potential for more power outages in the future. So just because the temperature's higher doesn't mean that the trees are safe. The ice melting, the limbs have weakened. That can lead to more downed trees. And you're instructed to contact your public works if you do see a downed tree. So you can look that up. Call your utility company if it is a down power line. I did speak with Senator Jeff Merkley, who is working to get federal funding to support the state funding when Governor Kotek called a state of emergency. That federal money is going to be very necessary for some of these people who are really struggling right now. I know so many people who have reached out to us, been without power for a long time, struggling to get food, struggling even with water. We mentioned boil water notice in Springfield for many customers of Springfield Utility Board. Just an incredible amount of damage. You're just seeing a portion of it right now in this shot that Quinn is showing you. The trees down, the power lines down. Crews are working. We're going to continue to monitor these utility companies as they try to get power back up for people in our area.